Okay, we are going to tie a little a little pheasant tail. Just a standard pheasant tail without a bead or flash. And we'll start here with our thread base. And this one is pretty cool because it only requires like 3 materials. And I think the flies that are the more basic are kind of better for some reason, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Grab a pheasant tail here. So I've been using this one, and you want to take the brown from the top, from this side of the feather. And depending on the size, it'll determine how many of these little guys you take. But for this one, I'm going to take a bunch of probably about, maybe a dozen in here. I'm just going to cut those off right here. And you don't have to stack this or anything. Just put them in and see naturally look pretty sweet. And you want the tail to be about, these can be longer or shorter, but not longer than the hook shank. And if you went even half the hook shank, that would be okay. But sometimes, like on this one, it's probably about the length. Kind of do 3, 4 kind of tight wraps. Then we're going to tie in some copper wire. This will help with the rib, and also this will also help secure the pheasant tail. This is some pretty thin stuff, so you'll see we're going to actually counter wrap this one. I'll tie that in right there. Then I'm just going to wrap up to about midway on the fly. I'm going to wrap the body. I'm just going to use what I had here to wrap the body. So you just do a one wrap there, 2, and I'm kind of pinching it. See, as I go, I'm using my left hand to hold the material. I'll do one more. Okay, you see I'm running out here of material, so you could have probably used even more, but that'll work perfectly. So basically, that is the abdomen. We'll just cut that off. So we got the back part, and then we'll just wrap this copper wire, counter wrap it. So we're going to go the opposite way. And you can see that just secures, like I said, secures the material in case a fish bites it. It's not going to break on it because this stuff can be a little bit fragile. Wrap. Oh, that slipped on me a little bit. Let's see here. Go back. Sometimes I think it can. Yeah, there it is. Let's do that again. Wrap right there. Wrap right on top. Then you can just use your thumb nail to sometimes push that, whether it's lead weight or copper wire. And now I'm just going to make the wing case. Same thing. I'm going to take a bunch of this, about the same amount as I took last time. Cut that off. I'm going to tie this in with the points going this way, just so I make sure to get that brown. I'll put that in here. Wrap that down. I'll cut off those tips right there. So now, clean this up, and each time I'm kind of trying to remember to give myself room at the head because you don't want to let that thing get too bulky. So you can see there's the wing case. Now, we're going to get some peacock. Just some peacock. We don't need much of these, really, just 2 or 3. And on these, I'm going to clip it off there. Get that little tips of that off, so we've got just the peacock. So really on this one, you could probably even go 2. It's thick enough, so it should look fine. So we'll wrap in the peacock. And then we'll just do probably 3 or 4. See, you can see how that broke on me right there. That was just, I think that one was actually already a little bit nicked. But again, it just shows you when you're tying flies, you got to be ready for some of that stuff to happen. You got to recover. It's like plan B. I'm trying to think of a good analogy for that, but you should always have a plan B. I guess it's like being in, when you're in whitewater and you're floating down the river and you got plan A, you want to get to a certain spot in the river, but you got to be ready for plan B because that river sometimes will dictate where you go. So there you go. So put on a little wing case. I'm going to just cover this head up right here a little bit. And I'm going to go back to right here. And to finish this one up, we're just going to put a couple of little legs, about 2 or 3 legs on each side. So we're going to again pull off a few of these pheasant tail fibers here and probably just get, and really it's not critical, it could be 4, but I think I got about 3 here. I'm going to put those on just about so they go past the wing case. These are its legs. They don't have to go back to the very back of the body, but you just kind of wrap those right on the side. So I kind of did one wrap. I held it with my left, then put it on the side like that. And I'll do the other one, same thing on the other side. So each side is going to get a few of these legs. A few of these sides is going to get a few of these legs. So we'll put this on here. And we'll wrap that. 2, 3. And we'll put this here. And we'll wrap it up with, right there, the whip finish. And then, there you go. So you got the legs on both sides like that. You can see the fly, see how it looks in the water. Pretty sweet. Wrap it all the way around. It's got a nice long tail. It's got the wing case. That is a pheasant tail nymph. So yeah. If you want to check out more, get some more guided instruction, you can go to flytyingmentor.com. Or if you want to just check out some more information, you could also go to wetflyswing.com. But we'll see you soon.